Hello, welcome back. Last time I made a commitment to get this room done on my own, and as you can see by the state of these doors, I have done it. So let's, oops, that's F7, that's F6. These demos were intermediate stuff, here we go. This is my victory demo, watch. So I learned something about myself. As it turns out, working through a tedious back and forth restart heavy puzzle like this, completely on my own with zero time pressure and no, commentary pressure, is not actually that bad. It's when I'm sitting down and trying to actually do an LP and talk through my thought process that it becomes existentially horrifying. So anyway, going into this today, I came in with an initial idea that so there was this thing that I was doing where I had the first projection clear all the tar, try to keep that clear with just the tar mothers in the middle, then bring all the others in, and after the tar is clear, everybody stabs her all at once. Whoa, I got a beep there. DROD was unhappy about something. I'm gonna have to check DROD.air after this to see what it was unhappy about. Huh. So on replay, this is throwing some sort of exception. Anyway, so the fact that I was doing stuff like this in my old demo, and it seemed to kind of semi-work, gave me the idea this time to do the stab on the tar mother first, and then try, then have everybody clear the tar individually with no time pressure, because I did see that it was cuttable after just stabbing straight into the tar mother, usually. And that actually worked out pretty great. I had to restart 2 or 3 times after inputting most of these projections, just to get my pattern right. There's that beep again. I wonder what it's beeping about. Hopefully the rest of this demo will replay correctly. Anyway, so from there it was just a matter of getting my dance that these 3 guys do together down so that they would synchronize perfectly and kill all the tar babies that would threaten everybody. So how was it? You step here on turn 30, kill this tar baby that would be spawned in your own timeline, then step south on turn 6 so that your sword arrives here at the same time that you, who has just done a sweep up and down like that to clean up any tar babies from stabbing that space, at the time that your sword arrives here. So there's a sword here, here, and here as this tar is stabbed, as you'll see in a moment, so that this entire place will be free of tar babies. Then the north and south boys just clean up this, which doesn't disrupt anybody. They just stick to their side. These guys can stick to their side and do a mirror image of what happened over here. Then on turn 15, I synchronize the stab with the tar mother. Do the same thing where the north and south boys do the sweep back and forth and then step back so that the east and west boys can step in and back to get their synchronized kills. Then this guy doesn't wait at all. This one waits 60, this one waits 120, this one waits 4 cycles, this one waits 6, this one waits 8. And then they each just do their own thing. And again, I don't have to worry about any of these tar babies because in the real timeline, everything will already be cleaned up. And yeah, after I had restarted that process twice and got the dance down, it was perfectly enjoyable. So yeah. This room did not cause me any amount of existential horror doing it on my own. It's just not compatible with doing a Let's Play and solving it live, as it turns out. Anyway, yeah, so I picked a corner hiding spot here to stay out of the way of these swords. I made sure that when this guy, first one was clearing up the tar, he didn't put his sword into any edge space if he could avoid it. So I just sort of kept track of there were a couple of safe spaces in the corners where I would specifically avoid putting a sword. So I discovered something with the 6th dude. Once I step on all 6 of these, the briars are going to grow, so the full timeline will play out. So the final recording happens in kind of the real thing here. So I had to step on that at a careful time to make sure that all synced up. Then I discovered that my safety corner here wasn't quite as safe as I thought it was, so you'll get to see this all play out again once the 7th B-throw goes and does a thing here. Anyway, yeah, so that's the synchronized part. So you, Mr. Last Dude, since you can see the real timeline, you had to play tiebreaker, because both of those guys I realized were trying to step in there at the same time, and also this dude rudely put his sword where this one was waiting, so I just kind of stood there and held him in place for a bit, so that these could get out of the way, because the timing wasn't quite lined up, but I was able to clean it up with the final recording. Beep! Okay, so the 7th B-throw here finally lets things happen. Right, yeah, and you step on that and synchronize the briars, and everything happens like that. And it's cool. Just wait for the orbs to be hit, one at a time. If I really wanted to optimize this, I'd wait a specific amount of time for each one of these. If I really, really wanted to optimize it, I could come up with some sort of spiraling pattern where everybody would clear the tar all at once with the same moves and stab in there, but dude, nobody in the world wants to do that. I'll leave that for somebody like MX Vladdy. Clash, 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 clash. Alright, I did it. Room is clear, and finally I can leave this horrifying entry behind. So, apparently there was some scripting that I looked at. 6 stabs to the mother's heart, so this is actually affected by the, how many stabs you do. It keeps it around in a variable. Oh, those are the same scroll. Alright, and then there were none. So those stairs lead back to the entrance. This stairs also leads basically the same place. 7 hours, 26 minutes. That I'm never gonna get back in my life. Alright, so finally, I can put that one behind me. Thank goodness. So, let's go to a much happier place. This is going to be Abandoned Warehouse by Komachi. If you know what this looks like, you might be surprised that I would call it a happy place. Let's take a look. I bought a warehouse to store the monsters. They are angry, but that's not my problem. So, immediate, severe visual assaults. Wait a minute, this is the entrance? I thought this entered in a different room. Hold on. Wasn't the entrance down here? No? Okay, apparently I don't remember this entry as well as I thought. Anyway, so kind of the gimmick of this is the visuals are a horrific mess and just basically make my eyes want to shut down and not look at literally anything that's going on here. But to my surprise, when I played through this entry, it was actually a super great time. Like, despite all the clutter, this is an extremely enjoyable entry from my recollection. You can see all the monsters except Tarmother are surrounded by yellow gates except one construct which has red doors. That was my main idea when I made the hold. Whoa, is this like author's commentary? This wasn't here. Welcome to my entry, thanks. Okay. So, let me start here again. I kind of liked starting there. So start at the stairs. Right. Okay. So, alright. So, yeah, main challenge here is just parsing the stuff, but like there's actual good puzzles on top of it. So many broken walls. I can carve things to my heart's content. There is a conquer token here. So this door needs to open by somebody standing there and staying there. Who is that going to be? Probably a Roach Queen. I see 2 of them. So I probably want to chase a Roach Queen in here. Oh yeah, I think I kind of remember how this goes. I seem to recall that roaches go on these pressure plates at some point. Hold on, there are mirrors, so this doesn't have to be a Roach Queen, although if it was a Roach Queen and this door opened, then she would die on that. So that's an option. Alright, how do I start doing anything? What part of this can I pick at to actually accomplish any goal at all? Are there like some broken walls that would let me into a place? Because right now it looks like there's just a bunch of toggles for these doors, but I have nothing to set on them at the moment. Or do I? I can step in here and get stuck, so I think only a Roach Queen would go in there. I see this nice little warehouse of mirror, one mirror that I could extract. But where is anything movable other than Beethro? Like, Beethro himself... Oh, here we go, right, there's no door there. Okay. Took me that long to see it. Alright, so, roaches. Roachies come out and probably stand on that. Do I need both of them? Once I have a mirror, probably not. Okay, there's a trapdoor puzzle too here, but like a lot of these give me mirrors, so I think once I gain one mirror, I won't have to worry too much about like keeping things like roaches around. Alright, I may want to break some of those walls. Let's start the room from here. It'll be slightly more efficient. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to kill one of these roaches. Oh, neat. Well, I'm alive, but not in a place that can get somewhere. But here I can get somewhere. There we go. Okay, that's not quite what I meant to do, but it'll work fine. Komachi was an architect that I was not at all familiar with before I played this particular work of his. But he has been around for a while and has done a bunch of stuff. I just have not really crossed paths with him before this compilation. Alright, so that didn't work. That did not get you where I wanted you to be. So let's try, instead, doing something else. How about if I go all the way over here and do that. There we go. Alright, so that's open, which means my fragile, bitey, movable tool, self-moving tool, can go away, and I can instead get a slightly less fragile, much less bitey, more easily manually movable tool to replace it, and one that I don't have to kill before exiting the room. Alright. Should probably be careful about how many of these walls I break, because I might need them for Roach Queen routing. Maybe I should worry about the Roach Queens now, or maybe I should gather some more mirrors first. You're irretrievable, you're irretrievable, you're irretrievable, you're retrievable. So I gain one mirror from going in here, and oh, this is not the way to the queens. Okay, so that's a mirror chamber. Let's earn a mirror. With mirrors and the ability to have Roach Queens lay eggs and stop themselves on them, I imagine it'll be reasonably possible to just get these where they need to be, but still I don't want to break more walls than I absolutely have to, just in case I end up needing them. Okay, so you go away, orange. Alright. So ignore those guys and just... yeah, sure, I'll kill you later. And later is about to come right about now. Alright, I'm done with you. So I have better tools for that. Alright, so I can gain another mirror by doing this. Let's do it. Yeah, so most of these rooms, I seem to recall, are largely about resource management. You get the resource of mirror, which is a pretty good one. Hang on, doesn't this give me 2 mirrors? It might. It looks to me as though it does. That's not retrievable, so yeah, just the 2. But hey, 2 mirrors. Cool. So that's as many mirrors as I'm ever going to need. These are force arrows. That's why this must be a Roach Queen instead of a mirror, because I can't go in here and stick a mirror there. It's going to have to be one of you. Okay, so I have 3 mirrors. I can gain an Omplik. I can't get to that rock golem, really. I mean, I kinda can, but not meaningfully. This is sort of the last pressure plate that I need to worry about. This is opened by that. Okay. So I'm gonna leave that closed for a time. Oh, but I need to hurry. Okay, so there's time pressure. So there is timing involved, because a queen needs to come in here, step on that. I need to get here and get back there. Oh. This is too far to walk. Like from here to here and then to here. In the amount... let's count. Let's pretend I had the Roach Queen lay her eggs... It'd have to be like in this spot. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then B-throw 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I could make it in time. Assuming I didn't have to deal with her eggs that were laid, but I could do that while I'm waiting for her to get to the plate. Okay, so that timing is possible. It's a bit iffy, but it's possible. Okay, so let's presume that I can deal with the queens without any extra tools. Why don't I prove that now by doing them immediately? So you are opened by, oh, this. Okay, so I had to do the Omplik puzzle to get at the queens. That's fine. What open you? That does. probably not going to need those walls. Alright, way to Omplic is open. Right, so now I have this weird little dangerous situation to diffuse. Probably going to want a mirror to do it, because I'm not going to be able to do that with my body. If I stand there, I get double beamed and deaded. No, I don't want to be deaded. I can't get a mirror in here. I needed a roach, didn't I? Well, okay. So this is not a mirrorable spot. I have to bring a roach. Unless there's some kind of trick I can do with the way the Omplic is facing, but I doubt that. Okay, so I needed one of those roaches. Alright. You're still alive at this point. So I want to keep you alive. Stick that mirror here. I don't need those other two mirrors. I can just do it with the one and be fine, I think. Alright, so let's do a roach dance. I think the best way to do this roach dance is going to be to stash him kind of like down here-ish. In this sort of area. Well, that didn't quite work. That didn't quite work. Okay, let's do that but better. How about like this? There we go, you're stashed. Just go up those stairs. Explore the level hub for a little while, Rochi. Alright, now come back from the level hub. I need you. Walk down the abandoned warehouse stairs and come with me to these dudes. How? Okay, so now, how to bring Rochi along. Gonna want to break some walls, first of all. Probably all of these. Let's just say. Because that'll allow me to do this. Seems good. Okay, so here's some distance. Roach comes along. Omplic stuns me, yes. And that's bad, yes. Okay, so... there we go, got my same distance, better sword orientation. Okay, so I can get away, barely, and I'm alive. There we go. Don't think I want an Omplic, I just wanted access to this. Okay. I could use an Omplic if I needed a whole bunch of pressure plate holders, but I don't think I need that many. This is more forgiving than that. Alright, so this mirror now gets me some more mirrors. I'm a lot less worried about smashing walls now that I see a little more what the format of this is. Open that. I'll still kind of avoid it for, like, this part. Just in case. Alright, so I can have this mirror. And this mirror. Alright, 2 more mirrors for me, so one of them goes there. Sounds good. Did I even need those mirrors? I don't think I did. Actually, I think that was completely useless. I only needed the one. Oh. False. I need this open, so I did need at least one more. Right, because I have to have this held in order to access that, where I'm going to leave another mirror, and then... I still think I only need 2? I'll probably be proven wrong. Wait. This is still not mirror compatible. Shoot. So I did need the Omplic? Alright, so I did need the Omplic. That's fine. I can get it back using my resurrection powers. So I need a live Omplic here. Right? Why don't you slide in there? Well, why don't you slide in there and not, like, be mean to me? There. And just stay. Okay, so my plan is I'm going to pull that Omplic out when I have a... I'm not sure yet. Somehow I'm going to park that Omplic there, probably with a mirror here-ish, and have it stare at it and hold down the plate. That's the plan. I'm not sure how I'm going to pull it off, though. But I do have a live Omplic there, and that should be enough. Oh, hey, you've done a thing. That's fine. You can do that thing. Nothing wrong with that. Where's my mirror? It's here. So, use you to retrieve 2 more. You need to go, is it here? Yeah. Here, everybody out of my way. I can manipulate roach queens with however many walls. I can have them do things with their eggs, even in the absence of walls. I've done this before, it's no problem. Okay, 2 mirrors for me. 2 mirrors for me. So where are they going? One is going here. And then now I have to figure out what to do with Omplic Man right here. Okay. So how are we going to cooperate with each other, Mr. Omplic? Best I can do with this mirror is to stick it in here. I need you to be several turns short of that, in such a way that you... I feel like I want to re-cage him. I want him back in here. I want 1 Omplic in one of these spots. Okay? Let's figure out how to do that. I think it will happen if I... There we go. Alright, you're caged in that one. I'm not sure that's the one I wanted you caged in, though. How about if I cage you in the other one? Does that sound good? Sounds good to me. Probably not to you, though. Alright, so how is that going to happen? Up north. Way up north. Come here, go there. You're not gonna do what I want, are you? Probably not. And you're not going to stay there for long enough for me to mirror where I need to. Okay. How do I put something on this plate? So I have a feeling that I might have wanted to put you, like, all the way up here, but I can't really get you there. I guess I had an opportunity much earlier, back when the roach was with me. Let's try this some more and see if it can go somewhere. Maybe I'm giving up too quick on this approach. If you slow down enough, and I face my sword north. So that's the maximum amount of slowness I can achieve, but you're not going to step on that plate. Okay. So, yeah, I can reinsert you there, but I don't know what good that's going to ever do me. Well, what if I use that to have you step here, then I go there. There we go, I did it. You're in there. Cool. Does that do me any good? I don't know. Maybe. How could it? No, this doesn't seem right. Okay, turns out I don't know what I'm doing here. How do I bring a mirror into this area? Maybe I wanted to keep the roach alive, move it up somewhere, and like stick it on that plate and shuffle a mirror through here? Like, this whole problem of just not being able to move a mirror through this shape is a serious problem. Okay, turns out this is the puzzle of the room. So I think I need to do something different with the monsters when they're back in this configuration. Because you're going to want to do that, and there's just no good place to stick you at this point, is there? Yeah, you're just not doing what I need you to do. Okay, so fine, let's go back. Can I save myself some time? I was gonna retrieve these mirrors before I deal with this stuff, but that requires keeping that roach alive. So I'll keep the roach alive up here, kill the one Omplic. You're already all nice and caged in there. However, is that roach extractable at this point? I mean, yeah, I could go up there and move him there, and then... No, have a problem. So that's a bad place for Rochi. How long does this need to be held? A long time. Like, I really do need something semi-permanent there, like a mirror or an Omplic looking at a mirror. So, I need... a way to shuffle a mirror through here. So yeah, I really do need to... Okay, so let's rearrange this. Before I deal with Rochi here... Where is my mirror currently? There. Before I deal with Rochi here... let's get... Okay, well, this is annoying, moderately. Alright, so Roach, you stay there. That mirror needs to actually move down here. This is fascinating. So, like, the puzzle looked like it was ultimately going to be simple, but it turns out it's actually this kind of complicated multi-layered thing. Yeah, here's a new layer. Going over here releases that roach, so I'm going to have to deal with it. Alright. So you go there. And I did have to go there to retrieve that mirror. It was required, as far as I could tell. Maybe it wasn't actually, but as far as I could tell, it did seem necessary. But with two mirrors, I can easily make any kind of roach wall I want. I want to make... this kind of roach wall. There we go. Okay, so that's the start of something. So now I want you to be... Well, I guess I can do this. Sure. Okay. Right, so I have 3 mirrors now. I want to break all these. You come to me. Right? Or is it not time for you to come to me yet? It's not. Okay, so what am I doing with the roach? What am I doing with the mirrors? I'm going to extract this first. Put you out of the way. Like this. Okay. That's a fine chamber for you. There we go. Okay, so now I have 2 mirrors, I have the roach there. So what I think I would like to do, if I can manage, is to sneak a mirror through this door somehow, which means moving this roach around to such a place where I can do something. What do I want to do? Where I can get it on this plate while I'm down here. The only place it looks like would be compatible with that is like way the heck up here, and I mean, no, even that's not. So I don't think this is going to happen that way, so this will have to involve Omplik and... Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing at this point. That's unfortunate. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing. Gonna put the mirror there and just sort of hope that, like, I can improvise something. Let's see what happens. So, Roach friend, where would you like to live? I mean, I have to do this at some point, but can I do it in another orientation? I don't think so. Like, all of this nonsense... Right, I definitely can't move it through there, because I can't step east of this while I'm up here. This just puts it there, which is no good for me. Can't really realistically put it over here, because there's only one entrance and exit, and then no place to get around a roach. And no place to be west of that to manipulate it in from elsewhere, so no. No, it seems like I'm very specifically required to do this. So let's keep all the monsters alive all at once. Run away from them and get cornered. Okay, so let's try that, but without that last part. There's not much I can do to avoid that last part if I do it this way. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing. An Omplik seems more useful than a roach. There's a lot more ways I can move them around. I have to make those moves. Those are my only available ones, right? Because if I do anything different, I'm gonna get frozen or bitten by something. So I can bring those two monsters up here. Would that be useful for something? I don't imagine so. Yeah, I just don't see it. Wait a second. I do suddenly spot something. A sight line that could come in handy. I was so fixated on moving a mirror in there. What if there's one there and the Omplik looks across the door at it? That looks promising. I like that angle. Okay. So I only need one Omplik, and I just need it to do a nice thing for me here. Alright. To encourage you to be nice to me, I'm gonna do... Yes, this will work. This might work. If I go here and then... Almost. I think if I do this, I can make it happen. Yeah, there we go. Cool. That's so satisfying. Man, I love this. This is why this entry is great. Just little tricks like that. It's just... This mess of chaos has this really elegant thing that you can do in it if you figure out how to parse it. Alright, so, next part of the room. This is a several-part room. I only need one of these two. Looks like I need to bring a mirror with me and perhaps sacrifice it there. You're not doing anything, so you'll be my sacrifice. Alright, let's just get some of this clutter out of here. I was leaving it there, but I'm not anymore. So... Oh no, I need two mirrors. Okay. Okay. Hold on. There's an extra mirror I can get in there. Okay, so I guess I need to retrieve that. Ah! Because yeah, I don't think I'll be getting back these two mirrors that I spent there, so that's why I need this additional resource that I forgot was here. Okay, so additional resource acquired. You don't need to sit there anymore, ever. You will need to stay there so I can kill this Omplik. However, hold on, I got a better idea. Watch this. I'm going to swap that Omplik for a mirror. There. Now I never have to come in there again, and I free up this mirror because that doesn't ever have to come out of there. Aha! Better. Okay, so I have 3 mirrors to play with here. Neat. Looks like I only need 2. I need to close these because as soon as I am in the vicinity of this... Yeah, so... I'm not convinced it's impossible to save this Roach Queen without closing these, but I'm not going to try that. That sounds silly. I think I see an angle where it might be possible from, but let's just not. Just spend a mirror there to close that. Since I earned so many mirrors, might as well put them to use. There's no trapdoor gate in here as far as I can see, so I'll just avoid those as much as I can reasonably. Okay. Hold up. How do I extract one? Because now... Okay, by stepping down there, and then... what? Okay, so trapdoors are perhaps for preparing the queen for her exit. Oh boy. Alright, well, let's do some stuff. Let me attempt this idea that I had about... Oh, I'm trapped now if I do that. Never mind. Okay. So I can't save you. You're just gonna have to be killed. There's no hang on, I can step here. Okay. So I can step there to scare her west. Then she just needs a route out of there. Okay, that might be possible. I'm not sure which of these is easier at this point. So... how will I do this? And I do need to kill whichever one I don't take with me. Alright, so let's attempt to work with the north one. It's probably the wrong one, but it might not be. I don't know that it is. You have no spawnable spaces. That's fine. So I'm going to first be scaring you south, then west, then I want to be able to go north. So I think the best way to do that would be something like that. I'd have to take this out. That's fine. Yes, this works. Okay. So you're going to be in an egg-layable spot in a second, so let me do this. Scare you this way. Oh shoot, well, I guess you'll have to lay some eggs to keep you in place, but that won't work. Okay. Did I drop too many trapdoors? Did I drop too few? Do I need a mirror? I do have a mirror here. Well, not exactly. Yeah, hold on, I can just take that out of there and give you a wall right where you're sitting. That helps. That helps a lot. There we go. That's a nicer way to do that. Okay, so have a wall there. And probably one here. So this will keep you in place. Just go ahead and get that egg laying out of your system. Okay, yeah, here we go. So I can drop this, and then, well, I don't even need to. I can just do this. Okay, so now, Roach Queen herding. That's the next stage, so I just need to stick her in there and then race. Okay? So let's start with one of these. Gonna want you stalled on your north egg, I think. And then you can just go ahead. I don't need to wait. still want you stalled on your north egg. Okay. Alright, so timing. Timing for this is going to mean... 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so 4 to 30. Deal with eggs quickly while she does this. Get here, be ready for the golem. I wasn't ready for the golem. Oh, and he has to die too. Okay, so I need a very specific sword orientation, and it is not the one that I'm in right now. Alright, so I have some time to reorient. I'm gonna want this one. Might not be able to deal with all these roaches. Whoa, whoa. One turn short. Can I work with this? Maybe. Depends. Yes. It worked. Okay. Neat. Cool. Oh yeah, this entry makes me happy. Doesn't make my eyes happy, but the rest of me, definitely. Cool. Alright, so that's a quick look at Abandoned Warehouse. Man, the map for this. Big mess. But it is a lovely entry, and I look forward to seeing the rest of it. Alright, I'll see you then.